Justin Jefferson, the best wide receiver in football, breaks the record for a contract going to a wide receiver. 4 years, $144 million. And some people are debating whether or not he deserves it or not. To put it in comparison, Ben Simmons, an absolute shmee and bottom feeder in the NBA, is making $177 million on 5 years. The NFL players, even though they make a spectacular amount of money, are very, very underpaid in comparison to other professional sports and other professional athletes. It's Monday. Hashtag no Gur Monday, because we're here drafting. Are we live? Is this thing on? You bet your booty we're live and this thing's on. And if we go live early, that tournaments has filled. And it's good to be back. It's good to be drafting. I had a spectacular weekend. It was a good time every single time. The weather here has been absolutely incredible. Today it was an absolute scorcher. It was plus 33, plus 35 today. That's Celsius. Today I learned something. C, Celsius, is for Canadian. And F, Fahrenheit, is for American. And the way I remember it is like, it's not for American, it's for America. Fuck yeah, Fahrenheit. So it was like 90 degrees Fahrenheit here today, which is absolutely insane. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. Our draft has already started. We've got a few disco balls in here. We got my man, Angry Elf, at the 108. So he and I are going to snipe each other. Yours truly at the 107, and then two fat guys at the 110. So it should be a nice draft. I think the Justin news is going to push Justin Jefferson up a little bit in these drafts. I'll go AJ Brown here. I got way too much Brees, not enough AJ Brown, so I'm going to try something a little bit different. Yeah, I think it's going to push him up in drafts a little bit, which means I can get a little bit better, correlation and an opportunity later on. Now, I need you guys to know something, okay? This is a real money draft with real money implications. This is not a mock draft. We don't do mock drafts unless you ask me to, and then I'll gladly do it. But we don't do mock drafts. We do real money drafts with real money implications. How much are we talking about in these real money implications? Well, let me tell you. This is the Drafters $2.5 million tournament. It's called the Drafters Million 3. It's $2.5 million in total prizes. Like I said earlier, $500,000 to first place. It's total points format. Most points win. It's best ball weekly scoring. Weeks 1 to 17. It's 12 teams drafts, fast and slow. Don't do the slow. It's like watching paint dry. It's a $15 entry. You get to max out with 150 entries, which is pretty gnarly, pretty cool. And if that's a little bit hefty for you to get started and you're like, I need to warm up, I need to practice for this, no need to mock. We got the Drafters $2 mini, okay? It's a $2 entry, $20,000 goes to first, $100,000 in total prizes. Same rules, but like $20,000 to first, $100,000 in total prizes. Not bad for a $2 investment. It is best ball format, which in my humble opinion is the most convenient way for you to draft. You have 20 rounds to fill your roster for depth. Each week, a starting lineup is composed of the following positions: 1 quarterback, 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 1 tight end, 1 flex. At the end of the week, the best overall performances on your roster will be submitted into your weekly matchup. So no more leaving points on the bench, no more waiver wires, no more trades, none of that garbage. Get that garbage out of here! You literally just draft it and forget it unless you're winning a really, really, really ridiculous, life-changing amount of money. So sign up to using promo code DISCO. Promo code DISCO. Double your initial deposit. Thumbnail correlation. We got Nico. Let's go, Nico. If I'm talking about, the 3-headed monster at wide receiver that all goes within rounds 2 and 3 in Tank Dell, Stephon Diggs, and Nico Collins. I want everything to do with Nico Collins because I think he has a safe enough floor, but his ceiling is limitless. It really is limitless. And should he improve on what he did last year, there's no doubt that he could potentially be the wide receiver 1 this year, right? And we know for a fact, and it's a fact, okay? It's a fact. It's not a theory. It's not a conspiracy. We know for a fact CeeDee Lamb is not going to repeat as the wide receiver 1 because never in the history of ever has a wide receiver ever repeated as 1. I got the all clear from the wife. Thank God. Two Fat Guys Fantasy Football says almost 89 million due at signing two. Nice. I'm happy he got the bag. Joe, I just got home, signed up, but looks like I missed it. It's all good. I'm happy. Like when it's just like two disco balls, like I get sad because I miss drafting with the disco balls, but I'm also happy because I know I'm not going to get sniped as much, and I know that like I'll have a better chance with 9 other guys that are just normies, just simpletons, 9 other simpletons. Yeah, I like our chances. This is officially my 100th real money draft since May. My 100th real money draft. Kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal. If you guys want to draft with us, do what all these guys do. Hit me up. Use promo code DISCO. Double your initial deposit. So say you put $25, you'll have 50 to use. Say you put 50, you'll have 100 to use. Say you put 75, you'll have 150 to use. Say you put 100, you'll have 200 to use here on this app on Drafters Fantasy Sports, which is available in Ontario, Canada as well. My wife makes an excellent point, and I need to make this a shirt. It's hashtag ABD, hashtag always be drafting. 100 real money drafts, man. 100 real money drafts. This is my 23rd Drafters main. And is it too early for a double stack? I think it's too early for a double stack. It might be too early for a double stack. Oh, we're getting the double stack. Oh, we just did it. We just did the double stack. I like this start. I really do like this start. So right now I am betting on these Houston Texans. That's how my lineup's looking. So look for us to, try to push for a Joe Mixon later on, or try to definitely push for a CJ Stroud later on so we can get that thumbnail correlation. I have not gone full Texans yet, so I'm very excited to see what I do here. If Tank Dell falls to me in the next round, I don't know what to do with myself. I really don't know what to do with myself. Like I'd really be limiting my floor and my ceiling. If Tank Dell falls to me, I hope he doesn't fall to me. I think it would be a terrible problem to have. So hopefully he doesn't do it. Cooper Kupp went a couple picks before us. This is like the latest I've seen Cooper Kupp go lately, so this is nice. Adam L says 100. My man, hope you're doing well, Adam L. Are you in this draft? You're not Slime D. Yeah, man. Hashtag ABD. Adam L says rather get Tank or Stroud in round 4. I'd rather get Stroud in round 5. I'd rather get Stroud in round 5. Two Fat Guys Fantasy Football saved me from that inevitable conundrum of not knowing who to take if Tank Dell should have fell. So shout out to Two Fat Guys Fantasy Football, Anthony. And after our show, the moment our show's done, at 8 p.m. Eastern time, I think it's 7 Central time. Make sure you guys tune into the what do I do here? What do I do here? We'll take Derrick Henry. It's too early for Josh Allen, especially if I'm trying to get Stroud later on. So we'll take Derrick Henry here. We could potentially get Jalen Hurts and CJ Stroud. I doubt CJ Stroud would fall in round 6, but that would be pretty gnarly. Yeah, so make sure you guys tune into the sports affiliate at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So literally an hour from now. If you guys are not subscribed to them, make sure you do so. They're doing a very fun mock draft for the what's it for again? It's a super flex. It's for what's that big league? The Scott Fish Bowl. The Scott Fish Bowl. They're doing a mock. I think they got guys like Bob Lung, Greg Kellogg. Everybody's going to be there. Everybody who's somebody is going to be there. You should definitely check it out. And I know my man Anthony Juris is or Two Fat Guys Fantasy Football. He's warming up here with a real money draft, so he can get warmed up for that draft later on. So make sure you guys tune in. If you're not subscribed there, make sure you subscribe. Adam L says, now putting in a dishwasher, no draft for me. All good, brother. The value was too good for me to pass up there, says Two Fat Guys Fantasy Football. It's great. I'm glad you did it. If you guys are watching on X, we are simultaneously streaming this on both YouTube and X. It would really mean a lot if you can hop on over to the YouTube channel. It's Big Draft Energy on YouTube. Come show your boy some love. Make sure you leave us with a subscription. We're so close to hitting our goal. So thank you guys for tuning in first and foremost. I really appreciate it. But if you guys can, I know I'm so needy. I'm so needy. But if you guys can hop on over to the YouTube channel, it would really mean the world. Appreciate y'all. All right. Now, do I go past ADP and risk, missing out on a really good, like T. Higgins is falling. T. Higgins is really, really, really falling right now. Patrick Mahomes, okay, T. Higgins is gone. Patrick Mahomes is falling. So do I reach on CJ Stroud right now, or do I try to wait to see if he comes back? I think I wait to see if he comes back. We'll take Joe Mixon. So we still got the Houston theme going. We got both Joe Mixon and Derrick Henry. We got week 14 is going to suck for us. Week 14 is really going to suck. Yeah, that would be cool if he could come back to us. But I doubt, we got Angry Elf, and we got two fat guys, fantasy football, who are drafting with us, and they're going to make 2 picks prior to our next pick. So I doubt Stroud will show up next to us because two fat guys, fantasy football, could probably get that CJ Stroud Tank Dell stack. He'll probably reach on this either here or on the way back. So I doubt I'll get it, but I'm never going to reach on a stack. And I'd rather get it organically or at ADP than reach, because I'm not giving myself an advantage if I do that. I'm sure there's several people out there who do have this this double stack anyways. Arthur Howell, aka Angry Elf, the guy drafting at the 108, says I'm fat too. I doubt it. You're a beast. You're an absolute beast. Man, we're getting closer to our dynasty startup draft, man. The real deal's it's right around the corner. All right, does he take CJ Stroud here? Will CJ Stroud fall to us is the question. I think we get sniped here by two fat guys or Angry Elf. I really do think we're going to get sniped here. So I'm like biting my teeth, because if we could get CJ Stroud here, we're laughing. Yep, two fat guys. It's okay. It's okay. We pivot. We get sniped all the time. We pivot. It's okay. All right, we'll take Lad McConkey here. Oh. Sorry to ruin that for you, man. Like, I love Disco Ball Nation, but y'all are a bunch of jerks, bro. Jeremy Thiel ruined I built the perfect Green Bay Packers lineup with the perfect amount of correlation to Green Bay Packers. This would have been perfect. I'm pretty sure it probably wouldn't have felt to me, honestly. It probably wouldn't have felt to me regardless. In hindsight, I wouldn't have reached for CJ Stroud regardless, but I could only hope that people were pushing the quarterback position. I understand the pick. I'm not mad at it. At the end of the day, you got to play honest and do what's best for you. And if he was best available, then do it. Again, hard to pass the value on what should be a really good offense. 100%. 100%. And that's what you got to do here in these best ball tournaments, right? You got to look at the offenses that you personally project is going to be an explosive, really, really good offense. And you want to get pieces of that and unique correlation to that as you draft. So we don't quite have a tight end. So hopefully we can, we're still going to try to get some more correlation with the Houston Texans. We really are. There's a few pieces that we can still get. We could still get a Schultz, maybe even a Pierce, so we can get a double stack with Joe Mixon and Pierce. I know B. Kurt would say take Jaward Jordan, but no, not taking Jaward Jordan. I'd rather take Damian Pierce, especially if he's borderline free. Yeah, I like our start. I think we have a very strong start. We need to get a little bit different and start pivoting off of week 14, because we're hurting week 14 at the running back position, and we're definitely hurting week 14 at the wide receiver position. So we'll figure it out. Adam L, it's days like this that I don't love my village. I love my village every day. I really do. Because look at it this way. If he handed me CJ Stroud, if two fat guys and Angry Elf handed me CJ Stroud, they wouldn't be making me better. They wouldn't. They really wouldn't. And it would be a disservice to all other drafters users. It would be a disservice to themselves as well. Like you got to be an ethical human being. You got to have some sort of moral compass. So I respect them for sniping the hell out of me. I really do. We'll take Jake Ferguson here. Trial something something. The more I think about the guys, um, I came this close to bashing the Dallas Cowboys before, saying my condolences to one of the best offensive linemen to ever play the game. Rest in paradise, Larry Allen. You were a beast amongst beasts. You were one of the best to ever do it. And, Dallas was never the same without you. So rest in paradise. He was taken away. I don't even know how he passed away, if it was sudden, if it was something that was delayed. Like I literally finished work like 30 minutes ago. So yeah, I don't know how he passed, but regardless, the dude was super influential on the game. Rest in paradise. All right, how long of a moment of silence? Because like I'm not trying to be facetious or funny here, but how long of a moment of silence do I need to give, or like should I talk about something else before I come back and start bashing the Cowboys? Because like Cowboys bashing is coming. It's coming soon. It's coming soon. I'll wait a little bit. We'll catch up on the chat. Arthur House says this lineup is little guy wide receiver lineup for me. Okay, let's see what kind of little guy. Oh, we're on the clock, so we'll make our pick first. We'll take Curtis Samuel here. Yeah, we'll take Curtis Samuel here. I just love Curtis Samuel's floor and ceiling this year. I really think he's going to be spectacular. I really do. Let's look at what Art's got going. He's got Breece Hall, Jonathan Taylor, Tony Pollard. Love the RBs. Wide receivers, he's got Zay Flowers, Hollywood Brown, Deontay Johnson. Love the wide receivers. Running backs and wide receivers, both sick. Tight ends, David Njoku and Evan Ingram. So you're probably going to try to get like a, because you got Kirk. No, you don't have Kirk. I think the only correlation you have left is maybe Deontay Johnson, Bryce Young, Evan Ingram, and Trevor Lawrence, or David Njoku and Deshaun Watson. Man, they should have just brought back. Joe Flacco. All right, two fat guys fantasy football goes C.J. Stroud, Bijan Robinson, DeAndre Swift, Devontae Adams, Tank Dell, George Pickens, Chris Godwin, Jameson Williams. That's a spectacular lineup. That's a beautiful lineup. You're drafting beautifully, man. You really are. That's a really good draft, especially at the back end. You're doing wonderful. You are controlling the draft, and you're getting great value with every single pick. Good work. Great work. Great work. All right, I think long enough has passed. I could now talk about the Dallas Cowboys and why I hate them. Okay, it's not that I hate them because like I have a particular bias against them. No, I love Dak Prescott as a football player. I love CeeDee Lamb as a football player. The organization, like it's a good football organization, whether they're bad or good. It's always good for football. You know what I mean? Because if they're terrible, everybody's going to talk about it. If they're great, everybody's going to talk about how great they are, but like how terrible they're going to be when it comes to the playoffs. So with that being said, if you look at all of the games the Dallas Cowboys played last year where they had missing pieces of their offensive line, for example, the game against Arizona, they were missing Tyron Smith and either Biotish or Trey Smith, or Zach Martin, or a mixture of all three, right? Whenever they miss two or more of the stable offensive linemen that they have there, whenever they're missing two or more, they suffer, and they suffer in the run game and in the pass, right? Dak's running for his life, throwing picks, timing in the Texas Coast offense is completely off. It just doesn't work for them. It's not an ideal situation for them, and it just doesn't pan out. It doesn't work for them. Now put that into a 17 game, 18 week season, because they're losing, Tyron Smith, Biotish, like all these really spectacular offensive linemen. I think because their O-line is so weak, they are going to struggle everywhere offensively. So like Ferguson, I haven't been getting too much of him, but like I'm going to get exposure to be contrarian, but not because I believe in him. I think he's an elite tight end, but I'm with my Ferguson lineups, I'm going to either get another elite tight end or two good tight ends afterwards, if that makes sense. So I'm out on the Cowboys. I really am. We know CeeDee Lamb's not going to repeat this year. We know for a fact he's not going to be wide receiver one again. It's never happened again. It's never happened before in the history of ever, and it will never happen. We'll go with the ceiling play of Rashid Shaheed right here. We know it'll never happen again, right? So there's that. So I'm not drafting CeeDee Lamb unless he falls past, pick 104 or 105, and that's never going to happen. So I'm not going to get the CeeDee Lamb Dak Prescott stack. Should Dak Prescott, overcome this terrible offensive line situation, good for him. But historically, if any of his main core pillar offensive linemen are missing, 2 or 3 out of the bunch, he struggles. So if you put that tidbit and factor it in for an entire season, I'm out. I'm out on the Cowboys. It's even if they do produce based off of where most of the Cowboys are being drafted based off of ADP, it's not worth it. It really isn't. Ferguson as well. It really isn't. Like you'd be better off taking shots on a Luke Schoonmaker in the last round. Is that too much Cowboy? Like, is it too soon to hate on the like? As I said, like I'm not trying to be comical. Like, rest in peace, Larry Allen, one of the best to ever do it. This has nothing to do with him. Like, nothing to do with him. It has everything to do with the fact that they're missing offensive linemen like Larry Allen. They don't have the. So yeah, I'm out on Zeke. I'm out on Rico. I'm out on all of them. I think Jalen Tolbert be available in round 20? That's the only guy I want because he's got that return upside and that big spike week upside. That's a good value, right? Everybody else is it's a little bit too rich for my taste. It really is. We pivoted. We got Jordan Love, which is great. We do need a little bit of tight end help later on. So we're looking for that. Art House says, sometimes I like to change up and don't worry about stacking. I hear you. Sometimes stacking just doesn't happen. Maybe you'll stack like positional groups or, get players from a certain offense onto your team. Right now, I don't have any stacks that I anticipate building because 2 fat guys sniped us on CJ Stroud and we kind of went all in on the Houston offense. We tried something. We thought that we could push the value, but he also had Tank Dell, so he saw the value way sooner than we did. Now, I'm not saying Kyron Williams is going to miss time, but Blake Corum between now and the start of training camp, and even probably the first bit of training camp, is going to get all the starting reps, which is going to give him an opportunity to get a rapport in that offense and build a bigger role within that offense. So for that round 11, I think Blake Corum's an incredible steal. I think we're going to see him go up to round 7 or 8 by the time August hits. So get your Corum now while he's in round 11, because they told us not to worry about the Cooper Kupp news last year. They told us, don't worry about Cooper Kupp situation. Like he'll be fine. And then, he's on the pup for the first 4-6 weeks. He was on the pup for the first 4-6 weeks. We were drafting him in round 1 because Sean McVay, he's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. He's not. Kyron's not fine. And every year in Kyron's career, since he's been in the NFL, he's dealt with a foot injury. So Blake Corum, oh boy. If you have him in Dynasty, hold on. If you don't have him in Dynasty, make sure you send the house because he's worth it. He's definitely worth it. I was high on him coming into the NFL draft. I hated the landing spot, but this Kyron Williams news, it's perfect. Perfect storm for Mr. Corum. 2 Fat Guys Fantasy Football says Corum is going to push Kyron anyway. Exactly. But the injury news doesn't really. We'll take Tua Tagovailoa here. I like our 2 quarterback setup so far. Exactly. I mean, regardless of the foot injury or not, Corum is going to get his, right? But now, instead of being like a 1A, 1B type of deal, we could potentially see a RB1 for, a good portion of the season, either early on or later on, or maybe even the whole season, right? Because as I said, this is a lingering foot issue with Kyron Williams. He's had this every year of his career in the NFL. And last year, Sean McVay lied to us when he said Cooper Kupp will be ready for week 1 of the regular season. That was a lie. It hurt. Sleazeball Fantasy Football says, yo, made it for a bit. Adrian Fitta says, when has McVay ever supported 2 top RBs? He's loyal as fuck, for sure, but he also hates the RB position as well. He said he will never pay top RB money ever again after Todd Gurley. So he's going to just take best available. If I take best available and run with best available, whoever's, I ran Kyron to the ground last year. I'm going to do the same thing to Corum this year. Like, at the end of the day, it's not personal. Like, it's business, and because it's business, I'm investing in Corum. Like, if Kyron's hurt, Kyron's hurt. Corum's best up. He's next up. Sleazeball Fantasy Football says, I don't believe any of the Corum hype. If you know McVay, he loves Kyron. The guy works so hard. Just limiting him. Last season, McVay said team goes as Kyron goes. Yeah, but I mean, like, they used to say that about Gurley, and he, like, as I said, McVay, I thought was like one of the most honest, good guys in the NFL. He said Cooper Kupp's situation, like, I thought it was a hamstring. It was either the hamstring or the ankle, one or the other. Cooper Kupp is going to be ready for week 1. And then, like, 3 weeks before the season starts, he's on the pup. He's on the pup. How many times did we draft Cooper Kupp with, like, a top 8 pick last year? So I understand that, McVay is loyal AF, but you don't draft a Blake Corum and expect not to use a Blake Corum, especially if Kyron's hurt. Like, this injury is something that he's been dealing with year in and year out. Every single season, like I said, like I sound like a broken record. Every single season in his career, he's had the same foot injury. That's a red flag. He's going to miss time. I think Kyron can be a league winner this year. Should everything align properly, But it's all speculative, right? It's all speculation at this point. It really is. Yeah, I mean, I see Nick Chubb there. I'd love to have a Nick Chubb. I really would, but especially in round 13. But I don't anticipate Nick Chubb's going to play. I really don't. I don't. I like our draft so far. I think we can take it easy on wide receiver for a little bit. Try to get some really good handcuff RB situations going on right now. Because even though our first 2 RBs are very strong, our third one needs a lot to happen in order to get on the field. And so yeah, we just need to play a little bit money ball, and both of them share week 14 bye. But I like our draft. I like what we're doing with our draft. We got a really, really good draft going on. We're definitely going to go 3 tight ends because, as I said, I don't believe in the Dallas Cowboys whatsoever this year. I'm out on every single Dallas Cowboy. I really am. But for correlation purposes, I will get Ferguson when he falls past ADP. Sleazeball Fantasy Football. By the way, can I just say, it's so nice to have you back, buddy. Like, you went through hell and back. And the fact that you're back right now makes me really happy. I'm glad you're not in this draft with us because, like, I want as much Braylon Allen as humanly possible. But I'm just glad you're back. All right. Shout out to you. Shout out to your family. Keep on keeping on. God bless you. Love you. Sleazeball says, if I own Kyron, definitely need handcuff. Massive RB1 Corum becomes if Kyron hurt. Just for me, Kyron will not lose any but 20% snaps. Or 25% snaps if healthy. Correct. Right now, the only thing that, like, as I said, if Kyron's healthy, I think Kyron's an absolute steal. I think he's one of the best running backs in football, but Kyron's not healthy right now. He's not healthy right now. And I'm trying to bank on that with, my guy Corum in round 11. Kamani Kamani Vidal, a.k.a. Isaiah Spiller 2.0. I got way too much Gus. I'm getting some Vidal. I doubt I'll get to Dobbins. I really do doubt I'll get to Dobbins whatsoever. I don't think, like, Dobbins is another one of those guys where it's just like the red flags as a running back and the injuries that he gets as a running back. I can't have it. Arthur House says, I'm a Browns fan. What I heard, Nick Chubb is, from what I heard, Nick Chubb is a week 9 return. Exactly. It, like, based off of the timeline on his injury, it would be, that. And like, if that's your RB5, sweet. If that's your RB3 or 4, you need some help. Uncle Mercy, what's up, brother? He says, yo, are you excited for this draft, buddy? I'm amped for this draft. Not this particular draft. I mean, I'm amped for every drafter's best ball draft. Don't get me wrong. But I'm talking about our dynasty startup. I'm very excited. This is going to be the beginning of forever, friends. It's going to be the beginning of forever. Adrian says, I get it. No risk, high upside, but I don't like that. It might push Kyron down for best ball too. Where Kyron scares me is in dynasty. He's going to be overused for sure. I was talking to Jeremy Thiel because he's like, this is my first dynasty. Like, I got the 101 in our league. What the hell do I do here? I'm like, best piece of advice I could give you in dynasty is look at it this way, right? You want to invest in somebody who's going to be a boom top 5 player at their position for not just this year, but the next 5 years, right? So you want somebody who's like, it doesn't have to be a rookie, it doesn't have to be anything else. I didn't miss your message. I was getting to it. Sleazeball Fantasy Football says, she's right here, says, Disco listening in. Thank you, brother. Is she Miss Ball of Sleaze? Miss Sleazeball. That sounds terrible. Queen Ball Fantasy Football. Will you be attending the Fantasy Football Expo? I would love to meet you. I would love to meet the Sleazeball, his better half, because Sleazeball's such a wonderful person. So I would love to meet his better half for sure. Luke Musgrave. All right, we're definitely trying to get Tucker Kraft later on. We'll see if Two Fat Guys Fantasy Football snipes us again. Yeah. We will be definitely better half. I wish my better half was coming to the expo. I do. I wish she was coming with me to the expo. The issue is, like, we got 3 dogs, and like this trip is already expensive as is. So, boarding the 3 dogs while we're there, it's going to be a nightmare. It sucks though. Like, I love my dogs to pieces, but sometimes it's just tough because we can't really do too much traveling together because it's just so expensive to board them. But that won't be an issue after we win $500,000 with this draft. I'll tell you that much. That won't be an issue. And that's 500,000 USD. That's like $700,000 Canadian. Whew. All right, BRB Bretta, rest of fam taking off right now. All right, brother. Thank you for stopping by. You didn't have to, and the fact that you did means the world to me. But take care of Mrs. Take care of your missus. Take care of your wifey. I don't know what to call her. Take care of your boo. You guys are both in my prayers. I'm generally shocked. I don't understand why you would stop by, but I appreciate you stopping by. You're both in my prayers. I love you guys both to pieces. God bless you. Speedy recovery. Let's look at how many likes we have here. 11 likes. Oh, 11 likes. That's a lot. All right. We got to 15 likes here on this YouTube channel. 15 likes here on this YouTube channel. If you're watching on X or Twitter, we are simultaneously streaming. If you want to get on the action and have an opportunity to win $500,000, I'm giving away a free opportunity if we can get to 15 likes. So come on over into our YouTube, Big Draft Energy. Make sure you're subscribed, right? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if we can get 15 likes, we'll do a giveaway before the draft ends. All right, let's do it. Let's get weird. What the hell did I... Uh-oh. Am I still live? Is this thing still on? Yes, it is. Okay, cool. All right, let's look at Two Fat Guys draft. I'm curious to see what he's done since he sniped me, and then we'll look at Angry Elves as well, and then we'll look at ours. So two fat guys has CJ Stroud, Deshaun Watson, Bijan Robinson, DeAndre Swift, Javonte Williams, Jalen Wright, Devontae Adams, Tank Dell, George Pickens, Chris Scott. I like your receivers a lot, and I think Javonte is you got him at a great value. Jameson Williams, Gabe Davis, Jermaine Burton. Oh man, I like the way you draft. I haven't drafted enough with you, but I really like the way you draft. Dallas Goedert, Ben Sinnott. I like the way you draft. So far, that's an A+, buddy. That's a great draft. Anybody else got Jaden Daniels, Bryce Young, Breece Hall, Jonathan Taylor, sick quarterbacks. I think you might need a third, though. Tony Pollard, Rico Dowdle, Tyrone Tracy. Like your running backs, too. Wide receivers, Zay Flowers, Hollywood Brown, Deontay Johnson, Jahan Dotson, Darnell Mooney, Ricky Pearsall, Marvin Mims, Evan Ingram, David Njoku. Great draft. You guys are both drafting tremendously. You guys always draft tremendously, though. Like, are we even shocked that you guys are doing really, really good in your drafts? I'm not shocked. Jalen Tolbert. Yep, Jalen Tolbert. I like me some Jalen Tolbert. All right, we'll look at who we have so far. Stephen Hewlick, Me More X. We got Jordan Love, Tua Tagovailoa, Derrick Henry, Joe Mixon, Blake Corum, Kamani Vidal, Roshan Johnson. So we got some handcuffs. We got some good handcuffs. We got AJ Brown, Nico Collins, Stephon Diggs. We got the nice Houston double stack there. We even got a Houston running back, but we got sniped. We got sniped by our good friend. And it is what it is. He got him at a good value. It would have been a better value for us, but he got him at a great value. We got Lad McConkey, Curtis Samuel, Rashid Shaheed, Adam Thielen, Jalen Tolbert. Tight ends are Jake Ferguson, Luke Musgrave. This is a spectacular draft for us. It's Mem or X. Memorix. What the hell are you saying, Uncle Mercy? Have you been? When's did you go to West Virginia this past weekend? Almost heaven. West Virginia. You just let me know when you're in West Virginia and you want to draft, brother. I will go live just to draft with you whenever you go to West Virginia. Like, I will do it. Like, if I'm on the road or if I'm like dealing with a patient or a client, I will stop what I'm doing to draft with you. Drill. Are you working right now? These one-word responses. I have no idea what you're saying, but I love you. I love you like lots. Keaton Mitchell. We're going to queue up a couple RBs we like, a couple tight ends we like. Okay, a couple tight ends we like. Man, we got to go really low to find the tight ends we really like. Darren Waller. Guys, look at this name, Darren Waller right here. He's going to retire next week. So Theo Johnson to the moon. Theo Johnson to the moon. This is the last week he's going to be free. I'm telling you right now, Daniel Bellinger's even more free right now. This is the last week Theo Johnson's going to be free, and I'm here for it because we got a lot of exposure. We're going to go all Eric All. Yep, we're going to queue him up as well. Hashtag all in on all. Hashtag all in. Mem or X is pronounced Mem or X. It was a brand of cassette tape in the 80s and 90s. Brother, I'm a 90s baby, man. I don't know the 80s. I had a Walkman. Walkman was cool. Then a CD player. Then like the original MP3 player. Then like the what was it? The iPod. That thing was massive. The iPod Nano was great. You couldn't really control much on the iPod Nano, but it was great. And then cell phones started. Yeah, cassettes is like almost before me, man. You kind of age yourself a bit here. All right, we got two more picks. I think one more tight end, one more running back, and we're good. I think we've done a spectacular job in this draft. I'm patting myself on the back. You know, the title said, this is the draft we win all the money. Jelani Woods as our tight end 3. A healthy Jelani Woods is one of the best tight ends in fantasy football this year. I repeat, a healthy Jelani Woods is one of the best top 5 tight ends in fantasy football this year. Last year, we didn't get to see that. Just think about what Shane Steichen did with the Eagles and Dallas Goedert as one of their OCs and offensive minds. Think about how that's going to be enhanced with a better athlete. Jelani Woods is one of the top scoring tight ends ever. And it's one of the most athletic positions in football, if not the most athletic position in football, the tight end position. He's one of the most athletic tight ends ever. And he's like 6'15", 6'15", 250 pounds. A healthy Jelani Woods is a scary sight. We got to see very small glimpses of it because Matt Ryan was pretty much at the end of his career there. Is Braylon Allen gone? Who took Braylon Allen? Oh, Toddlers took. What a weird name. Toddlers. That's just. I'm uncomfortable. If okay, Garendo's gone. 2 fat guys took Garendo. Shocker. So I think I might go with 4 tight end build. Yeah, we're gonna go Tucker Kraft. I like this 4 tight end build. It's a unique roster construction. And as I said, I'm kind of out on Jake Ferguson, so we have very good insurance policies plus a double stack at the tight end position. I like what we did here. I like it a lot. So we go Jordan Love, Tua Tagovailoa as our 2 quarterbacks. We go 2-6-8-4. Derrick Henry, Joe Mixon, Blake Corum, Kamani Vidal, Roshan Johnson, Keaton Mitchell at our running back position. Wide receiver, we go AJ Brown. Nice little double stack of Nico Collins and Stephon Diggs. Unfortunately, we don't have CJ Stroud. We got Lad McConkey, Curtis Samuel, Rashid Shaheed, Adam Thielen, Jalen Tolbert, 4 tight end build, Jake Ferguson, who I don't really believe in, so I'm going to get some security at the tight end position. We got Luke Musgrave, Jelani Woods, who I believe is practically free right now in these drafts. And should he be healthy, which all signs are leading towards he's going to be healthy this season, is a top 5 tight end this year. And Tucker Kraft, because I like both Luke Musgrave and Tucker Kraft. I can't draft one without the other. Wendy says, sup, Disco? Sup, Wendy? Hello. Wow, that stream ended. Really, like that draft was done so fast. 2 fat guys fantasy football says, hi, Wendy. Let's look at your drafts. See what you guys did. All right, so you go with a 3-5-9-3. That's very underdog of you, but I respect it. CJ Stroud, Deshaun Watson, Will Levi. I think Will Levi is going to be great this year. I really do. Running back, Bijan Robinson, DeAndre Swift, Javonte, Jalen Wright, Isaac Garendo. Love the Garendo pick. Wide receiver, Devontae, Tank Dell, George Pickens, Chris Godwin, Jameson Williams, Gabe Davis, Jermaine Burton, Demario Douglas, Tyler Boyd. Love your receivers. Dallas Goedert, Ben Sinnott, and Greg Dulcich. Yeah, I feel like you and Angry Elf were sniping each other because like he was kind of building some Cleveland stuff. You were kind of building some Washington stuff, and you guys just like swap picks. Angry Elf goes Jaden Daniels, Bryce Young, Russell Wilson, Breece Hall, Jonathan Taylor, Tony Pollard, Rico Dowdle, Tyrone Tracy, Audric Esteem. I don't have any Audric Esteem, and I don't plan on getting any of him. Wide receivers, Zay Flowers, Hollywood Brown, Deontay Johnson, Jahan Dotson, Darnell Mooney, Ricky Pearsall, Marvin Mims, Rondell. You weren't lying when you said this is a small wide receiver lineup. I like it, though. They're all explosive, high-ceiling plays. I just hope it staggers where 3 of them ball out for you because your running backs are elite. Tight end, Evan Ingram, David Njoku, Jatavian Sanders. I love it. Great drafts. Hey, Anthony, says Wendy. Wendy, I'm so excited to come on your show. I know it's at the end of the month, and I know it's, the day before yours and my wife's birthday. You guys share the same birthday. So 2 amazing women sharing the same birthday. Guys, the stream's over. I don't know if we got to 15 likes. We got to 14. So tomorrow, the goal is 15 likes on our YouTube channel, or on our YouTube live stream tomorrow, and we'll do a live giveaway. All right? Uncle Mercy's like, what? What? Yeah, I know. It's already over. It's already over. We just finished our draft. It's already over. And I would love to do another draft. I really would love to stick around and do another draft. But I'll tell you right now, I'm not a super flex guy, right? But I've been invited to a couple super flexes. So I need to do as much super flex research as I possibly can, because like the idea of going quarterback in round 1 and quarterback in round 2 is like it's like ugh. It's like the idea of going quarterback in round 1 and 2 is kind of like how Greg Kellogg feels about going wide receivers for the first 5 rounds. Like it's just foreign. It's just weird. It's an uncomfortable feeling. So the sports affiliate are doing a mock super flex draft, and Greg Kellogg, Bob Lung, JC, and the boys, they're all going to be running that. So if you guys are not subscribed to the sports affiliate, make sure you go subscribe to them, and they're going to be live at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So shout out to the sports affiliate. Make sure you tune in, watch their mock draft on Sleeper. They're going to be doing these mock drafts every Monday. So I'm going to watch. I'm going to really pay attention and try to like learn, because like this whole best ball deal, I got this shit figured out. I got this down packed. But that stuff, I'll admit, like IDP, Superflex, it's like Chinese to me. I don't understand it. When he early says that's so funny, Steven says I just logged on. Well, like we can go watch the TSA stream together. Let's go watch the TSA stream together. I'll be in the chat. I doubt they're going to invite me on stream. I'm going to be on the TSA show later on this week on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern time with Greg Kellogg, and we're going to talk fantasy football theory and draft approach. So I'm really going to like hone in on like why it's important to be wide receiver heavy in this format, best ball format, early and often. And I'm going to make some excellent points. I already got like I'm treating this as a debate. I'm ready to explain it and to make it like end of story. I got it. Two Fat Guys Fantasy Football. Are you in that Superflex draft? I'm pretty sure you're in that Superflex draft. I think you're going to win the draft too, because you're just a spectacular drafter. You're absolutely brilliant. He says, glad you liked my draft. I felt pretty good about it too. It was great. You did really well. You didn't do better than me. You didn't do better than me. I'm kidding. You did really, really well. I wish that draft does terrifically for you. I hope you get nothing but success in second place. I wish second place for you behind my first. I want you to do good. Yes, you are drafting in that draft. Excellent. All right, guys. I say this all the time, and I'll say it again today. I don't want to say it because I got sniped by one of our disco balls. No, I'm kidding. You guys always snipe me and ruin all my perfect correlation, like it was a masterpiece. We were working on a masterpiece, and we got sniped by two fat guys. Two fat guys sniped us. It was a masterpiece. It was really going to be good. So right now, Braylon Allen, that snipe hurt from Sleazeball. I'll never forgive. Like Jeremy's one of my favorite human beings. I will never forgive him for sniping me on Tucker Craft. And Two Fat Guys Fantasy Football, love you to pieces, but you're an asshole. You're a great guy, but you're an asshole. I'm never going to forgive you for sniping me on CJ Stroud. I digress. I say it before I say it again. I love you guys. God bless you. It takes a village. I love my freaking village. See you guys tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern time. God bless. Peace.